Thank you for coming to Sergeant O'Brien's retirement luncheon. I'd like to start off on a sour note first. If anybody hasn't already paid me for their luncheon, then you can see me before we end. The good news is Jim's, well, I don't know if it's really good. He's leaving us. We're going to be losing a heck of a guy here, but we do have some things for him. I'd like to start off with Sergeant Ferris. Sergeant Ferris from the Leadership School. Sure.
Jim has always been a helpful individual on and off duty. It just so happens we moved into our new facility in March, and I came and I seen Jim and I said, I have a prime opportunity for you to succeed in your networking forte. So he got together with Sergeant Salisbury, and they came down and they installed a peer-to-peer network for the school. And right now we have one of the best network services available, because Sergeant Salisbury is going to continue on and take care of us. This comes from the Commandant, and it reads, a special thanks and praise to a true friend of the professional military education and Team McGuire's Airman Leadership School. The time and effort that you devoted to help make our program better speaks volumes about you and your dedication to your duty. Through your selflessness and sacrifice, those who come after you will have a school to be proud of and a program that inspires them to achieve all they can. Thanks again for your support. Signed by the Commandant. Thanks a lot, Jim.
Tech Sergeant James F. O'Brien, better known to all of us that work with him in the analysis section, is quote-unquote OB, short for the O'Brien thing. Often he complained many times, and I say that many times to try to emphasize how many times he actually complained about it. People always drop the astrocards on his O'Brien or his OB. We did a little plaque for him that hopefully he'll carry with him throughout his career in the civilian networking world, and hopefully a lot of people will look at it and say, hey, I remember when computers used to use that. Because we put a little chip on there from an actual 286 processor from when he became involved in computers. That was the cutting edge. Try to remind us that he's been there, he did that. And it says, OB, as you complete your upgrade and leave our land, remember to always stay connected to your friends in analysis. And we can all not emphasize enough how much we appreciate your friendship, your guidance, and your professionalism. Because without you, there's a lot of things we couldn't have done.
Sergeant O'Brien, I want to personally thank you for moving us ahead of all the other AMC bases as far as the LG land goes. You were recognized by it in writing by an advisory team. You've moved us way ahead and closer to the 21st century, and you did an outstanding job in analysis, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And this will be your last bag of pretzels from me. You kind of like those.
Yeah, it is.
And then this is just the traditional. Go ahead, rip it open. So you won't forget us.
Picture this
Thanks.
Sergeant Megan.
great service, outstanding worker, an outstanding individual. I'd like to present this from the squadron, and good luck to you. You're welcome.
Now, let me just put this down here 1 second. A lot of people, all you people probably don't know me. I'm the new guy on the block. I'm probably the newest guy there is when it comes to McGuire. But you know, when they asked me if I would be willing to come up here and say a few good things, how could I not? You know, just looking at Jim, right? His background. Shows you how new I am. Looking at your background and the contributions that he's made to the Air Force, and specifically at McGuire, you know, I had to come up here. It's my obligation, and I wanted to do it anyway, personally. But you know, since I came in the Air Force, by the way, it was before you came in, and you're getting out before I am. So there's something wrong about that. I guess I need to figure that out. We can't make light of the years that he's given his country, and 20 years speaks a lot. It speaks volumes for what we do every day. And to be able to last 20 years is a credit to you as well, because it's a difficult thing to do. You know, your family gives a lot, both, you know, supporting you on and off duty, but it really is a team, a family team that does that. And you should feel very proud of Jim, because his country does. I guess we'll hear some more about that this afternoon in the official retirement. When I was going through your bio, looking through the things that he had done, I think he had a love affair with England. I noticed at least 2 assignments in England, so I can, you know, I've been in Germany for a long time, and I used to go there, and I can see why. It's a great place. But actually, it's been about, what, 9 years? So, you know, you really are one of the founding fathers, so to speak, of things that are going on at McGuire today. Like you've seen it from the transitional state all the way to where it's going today. And some of the things we heard of today, you know, just mentioned that. The Air Force is evolving in the computer age. The land system is evolving in the computer age. And it's nice to see, you know, guys like you that took that and have taken it where it is today. Having come to McGuire just recently, I was impressed by where we're at with automation. And I think we're going to go even strides ahead based on a lot of things you've done. So our hat's off to you, and thanks a lot for all those efforts. And, in a small way, the squadron has a plaque that we'd like to present to you. And I'll just read a few words. James F. O'Brien, Jr., in appreciation for a distinguished career in the service of your country. Best of luck from the 305th Logistics Support Squadron, 16 November 76 to 30 November 96. So, Jim, here you go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was a word I wasn't supposed to start with. My wife's always telling me I always start sentences with so we'll try to keep the ums out. First off, I'd like to thank Lord Jesus Christ for letting me do 20 years in the military. Without him, I probably wouldn't have done it. When I first entered the Air Force, some 20 years ago, I was somewhat of a confused individual. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I remember my dad saying to me that you can stay around if you want, but there's a door over there. You know, I'll help you out. You need to get on with your life. And he tried to talk me into the Army. No, don't like the Army. I don't want to live in no foxhole and carry a gun. So I talked to the Air Force recruiter, and I was very impressed with these individuals. I am so glad that I chose the United States Air Force. It is truly a professional organization. I'd like to thank everyone that has come, especially my wife, Joe. Without her, it would have been very difficult. She has propelled me along through my career in many areas. I would get stagnant. She said, try this. So I would try that. And my hat's off to you, my dear. To my children, James and Alexandria, who are very dear to me. They arrived here as little babies. As you can see, they're no longer babies. They're almost young adults now. Eddie, thank you for putting this together. There's so many people that I see around the room. Steve, your wife and your daughter. I was in the supply squadron with Steve. He's a very good friend of mine. Thanks for coming. I went to school with Mike up in Philadelphia for 12 and a half months. And that's a long drive. 12 months, it's a long drive to Philadelphia, but we made it fun. Well, every time we went by Hooters, you know, it just going by there, we used to cause a couple traffic jams. Thanks, Mike. Really enjoyed it. There's so many more in the room. Sewer lines who opened their house up to us after we packed out. Thank you very much. It's been a blessing. Thanks to my mom and dad for coming. I appreciate that very much. It means a lot to me. There's just so many people I know that I should be saying thanks to everybody, as far as by name. It's a hard thing to leave McGuire. Been here so long. But at the same token, it's a good thing because we're moving on to the next step of our lives. And it's going to be good. I know it will. Any of you are all in the Tampa Bay area, you may stop in. We have bought a home down there in Brandon. You're more than welcome. If you're ever down there, please look us up. It's been a pleasure. God bless you all.
Seats left, or do we need like more room? We have people that are still waiting for seats. Hit the buffet line.
Take a moment and Father God, we praise your name. We give you thanks for this day and for all the joy and sorrow it brings with it. We give you thanks for the food you have provided that we will share with our brothers and sisters. We give you thanks for the friendship and love which has gathered us here for this special occasion. And let us not forget this day, our brothers and sisters in the military, who because of the action overseas have been put on alert. We don't know what it will bring. We ask God's blessing in this area on them, that they do not fall in harm's way. And all this we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I'm in child labor. What the hell?
You still eating, Sal?
Of course. Can you go get me a cup? Chores?
Gary, did you tell him he's got to go to Florida to get his body?
No, I haven't told him yet.